Today, in order to give you some useful suggestions to think about for your Sustainable University Hackathon, I would like to share with you some consideration about Agenda 2030 as part of the third mission of universities. We all agree that the black swan represented by the pandemic COVID-19 has deeply shocked the entire world, showing how fragile our societies and economies are when dealing with unexpected crises. A health crisis has rapidly turned into a global economic crisis that is completely reshaping priorities for policymakers and economic operators. What can we do? Now, more than ever, the urgency of a sustainable development is at the top of the agenda of country, governments, business, and university. As you know, sustainability is one of the main pillars of the next generation recovery plan for Europe. Anyway, implementing sustainability is not straightforward because it requires to face complex phenomena and evaluate the trade-off between global and local problems. In other words, being sustainable requires the ability to integrating science, economics, and social issues into a shared strategy, involving at the same time different actors. This is a big challenge for our way of thinking, which is generally linear and not systemic. A bottom-down approach may result too slow in meeting the needs of the present generation, you, without compromising the ability of future ones to meet their own needs and dreams. It's also true that the alternative approach for making the change, like the bottom-up strategy, is not the solution either, because it suffers often of lack of cohesion, and there is the risk of operating without a clear strategy and ending in many ineffective and short-term projects. Where a transformational 2030 agenda could make the difference is at a local level through multi-stakeholder initiatives. In this context, it's much easier supporting the implementation of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 SDGs, by encouraging knowledge exchange amongst local and regional governments and local stakeholders of different nature and sectors. So being local could be the silver bullet? Maybe. In order to make it feasible, anyway, universities have a major responsibility. Traditionally, higher education institutions have focused on two missions, research and teaching. However, since the 1990s, a third mission emerged, dealing with all activities that universities perform in relation to their external environment. In particular, this mission deals with the social and economic impact universities made for the surrounding regions. Initially, this new role was included in the triple helix model, encompassing the university business government relationship. It states that a hybridization of the elements from universities, industries, and governments is needed to foster innovation and generate new knowledge. The triple helix has recently evolved into a fourth helix, represented by the media-based and culture-based public and the civil society, and eventually into the fifth helix, represented by the natural environments of society. In this respect, the achievement of 17 SDGs is perfectly in line with this third mission. Anyway, reshaping a university in order to meet the objectives of Agenda 2030 require organizational changes from the traditional university structure to a transdisciplinary framework design. The aim is maximizing community partnership, engaging research and service to promote local economic development and social growth, and eventually creating a new governance. Some questions to be solved include how academia can collaborate with city council and local enterprises and communities for improving data collection, for instance, or identify shared indicators for measuring SDGs achievement. How university, another question, sustainable reports can be integrated with the other local commitments, such as urban agendas. How university can facilitate public-private partnership, the SDG 17, as you remember, within urban and peri-urban areas. Which strategies? What examples? How, eventually, national, municipal, and private finances can be joined for creating specific local SDGs projects and support the creation of local 2030 hubs for transformative resilience. Taking in consideration, for example, the SDG 2, food security. The question is, creating short food supply chains could be the first step in helping university, communities, city, regional councils, local enterprises, and NGOs to achieving the SDGs through awareness raising, shared research, data collection, community networking. Who knows? In conclusion, many obstacles remain to ensure full engagement of academia with local stakeholders, and more work needs to be done, but there is no time left. Act now. Create innovative ideas. Involve your departments and professors. You are not alone. It's your future at stake. Goodbye. Have a nice day.